Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sadoya, and in today's video I really want to share a brief testimony that I hope will encourage you throughout your week. So I sometime last year, or between last year or the beginning of this year, I was talking to God. I was like, hey, it's a long time since I've seen any cash and I really need something. Could you just like help me out? Could you see what you could do? I mean, you don't know, cattle on 1,000 hills. I don't need you to, sell a whole cattle, but I need some cash, and you know what it's for. I forgot about my prayer and I went on my merry week, and I don't know, like I'd go outside, get some fresh air, some sun at times. And I don't remember specifically what I was going outside to do, but I came back inside and I don't know, I kept getting this urge to check the mailbox. Now, mind you, I never check the mailbox. For some reason, I just don't. I just walk past it every time. I don't check it because there's no mail in there for me, and it's funny enough, we hadn't gotten mail for a very long time, but mail is never really a good sign in this house sometimes. But I got this urge to check the mailbox, and I was between, oh gosh, is it bad news that I'm gonna see a letter again, or is it good news? I don't know. But yeah, I go and I check the mailbox. I peep inside and I see a white envelope. Now, I didn't have the key to open it, so I press the buzzer and I say, hey Kitty, could you throw down the key for me? We live on the 4th floor, so she had to put it through the window and stuff. And yeah, I got the key. I opened the mailbox and I felt like I just say to myself, this is money. I had no idea why I said that, but I said, this is money. And before I opened it, I was like, there's no way a paper could fit in this. It's too flat. This is money. I opened it, and of course there was money in there. And my heart sank. Not because, oh, I got money, but because God literally listened to me and granted my request. And I think I teared up a little. I wiped it away, and I came up the stairs very quickly, and I said to my sister, we have mail. Here you go. And I handed it to her, and she opens it and looks inside, and it's like, whose money is this? And I say, you don't know? It's ours. She's like, God is real. God is real. And she just kept saying that over and over and over and over. God is real. And we can never, ever doubt him ever again. God is real. And I say, yeah, God is real. Because if he, is mindful of the littlest things that we ask him for, that I ask him for, and he's able to grant it in miraculous ways, why should we ever doubt him? We should always trust him, trust him. And I think that gave me the faith that I needed to say, okay, Lord, if you can grant me this, what is there that you would never grant me, as long as it's according to your will? And I started to pray big prayers. And I watched God open windows and doors and everything, just because we believed that he was going to answer, and we believed with all our hearts that we cannot doubt him. Because if he showed up in this small way, he can show up in even bigger ways. And I kept thinking about the children of Israel and how it was possible for them, for God to open this big old sea. They walk across on dry land, and yet still, the next thing you know, they're murmuring to Moses about food. Couldn't God, who opened the sea and allowed it to stand up like a wall, and you literally looking at the fish and all of those things, couldn't he also provide you food? But then I say to myself, sometimes that's exactly how we are. God just performs this huge miracle for us, or a small miracle for us, and we forget. We forget what he has done and how he doesn't change. And if he's the God who opens the sea for the Israelites, then there's nothing impossible for him to do for us. And I say, Lord, I never want to forget. And so I started writing it down. I started writing down every single time God did a big thing or a small thing for me. And when I look back through it and I say, wow, this is what God did last month. This was what God did in this week. This was what God did last year. I realized that there are so many blessings that God has poured out on us. But lest we forget, may we write them down. Because if God, who is all knowing and is impossible for him to forget, has a book of remembrance or has a book where he writes down all these things, why shouldn't we also have a book to write down and record all the blessings that he has just blessed us with? And so I want to ask you to do something. Start writing down your prayer requests. Start writing them down on the date and watch God answer every single prayer. Even if it is a no, you're also going to realize later on, and I don't know when, but later on why he said no. And how he is a good God and how he is an amazing God and he doesn't change. And if anything is wrong, we are at fault and not him. But yeah, do that and watch your spiritual journey grow. So I want to encourage you that throughout the week, just write it down. Just write down anything that God has done for you, like anything at all. And when you look at it next month, you're going to be blessed by it. I've been blessed by it and I'm still blessed. That happened like at the beginning of the year or at the end of last year, and I'm still like blown away. So yeah, I encourage you, and I hope you were encouraged. And if you were, please leave a thumbs up and let me know if God has answered you in any miraculous ways since this week or since this month. Drop it down in the comments and allow others to be encouraged as well. And I pray that you will subscribe if you haven't yet done so. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.